07 Commanders. Commander Will Fearion here. Call sign Foxtrot Echo 1 of the Vortex Squadron. Today we're going to go over, as in the shortest possible time frame, how to do rescue missions to help in the current Thargoid alert system at Sol, which is where Earth is. And I'm going to try to show you what I can, the quickest way to do it, and, what to kind of ship and all that. So we're going to get into that right now. Alrighty, Commanders. Before we get started, always remember there's links in the description below for everything I'm going to talk about in this video. Right now, the best ship I've found that I like a lot is the T8. The T8 is now for sale in the in stores across the galaxy. You can purchase it for credits, and then you can buy it. You don't need to engineer it, but hey, if you want it to go a little bit faster, do a little bit more, then you're going to have to, engineer a little bit. So I'm going to show you the build first of all. I think, oh yeah, we're good. I'll show you the build that I'm using. You don't have to use this build. You may use whatever build you like. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, and then I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'm going to tell you, have a good time, Commanders. That's where we're at. That's the whole thing right now. Sorry, I could have probably had this loaded up ahead of time. However, I did not. So we're going to just go through right quick. We're going to go through the build. I'll talk a little bit about it, and then we'll get to getting, Commanders. So right away, no hard points, guys. We do not need a hard point, not a one. Okay, we're going to skip that part. We're going to come down here. Now, I do have a heat sink launcher. I also have a caustic sink launcher. However, it's debatable whether you're going to need that or not. I also have a point defense, and I have an electronic countermeasure. The electronic countermeasure does seem to work fairly well against scythes, which you will get attacked as you leave Sol, Commander. So be prepared. The scythes are sitting outside waiting for you. And the scythes are what's called a hunter class Thargoid. It will pull you out of hyperspace. Witch space is what it's called, and they'll pull you right down, and they'll try to steal all your cargo, all your humans right off your ship. Okay, so you got to be ready for that, Commander. So we're going to go ahead. If you know how to do it, go ahead and set up a key for your electronic countermeasure. Obviously, your point defense will work on its own. You can have you have to put the caustic sink launcher on a fire group if you're going to use it. You may not need it. And then the heat sink launcher, obviously you want to assign a key to that as well, so you don't have to screw around. If anything goes down, you just press a key, happens automatically, stuff like that. Obviously, if you have voice attack and some of those other things, you can set up all this stuff to automatically do whatever you need to do. But today, we're going to show you the core internals. I believe, I don't know which ones I've swapped out, but I do know that there's a lightweight alloy. And I did go ahead and G5, grade 5 it to heavy duty armor and deep plating. So there's that. And then we're going to move on down to the... Now, I went ahead and took a Guardian hybrid power plant just because they're pretty beefy. You can see down on the bottom how much power I have. The more power that these newer ships have, the better. They're faster, so more power is more better. So just keep that in mind, Commanders. Your thrusters, obviously, dirty drive tuning drag drives if you want to modify it. The SCO drive, I don't remember if it came with an SCO drive or not. Either way, put an SCO drive in it. You're going to need that. Maybe it comes with it. I don't remember. I apologize again, Commanders. It's been a minute. So you want to, if you do decide to modify it, just go ahead and do increased FST range and mass manager. Your life support can be miscellaneous lightweight. You're not going to need that much. Guardian, I did use the Guardian hybrid power distributor for kind of the same reason. Both the power plant and the distributor have the anti-Guardian zone resistance on it. Probably not 100% necessary, but never hurts if you can do it. Go ahead and put the resistance on it. Otherwise, like I said, you don't have to use these. You can use a regular 5A power plant, you can use a regular 5A distributor. You'll be fine. I have just modified mine because I can. Okay, so the next thing is we got the lightweight scanner. That obviously helps with. We're not really going to be scanning anything, so it's just lightweight, so we can get places faster. Obviously, the fuel tank can't do much with that. We'll go to the next section right now. Optional internals. Now, this is where it gets a little crazy, commanders. What you want to do, you can take injured passengers as well. So if you want to use regular cargo racks, you can do it. It's just the selection process for the injured passengers is much more in depth. It'll take you longer. So we're trying to do things that go really fast, because if we are able to clear the alert, then Sol will not be invaded next week. So, and that's the goal, commanders. We don't want Sol invaded by the Thargoids. You guys really, 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 truly do not want that. Okay, so now so I've picked up passenger cabins. You know, all as many as I can carry, pretty much. I did need to put on a couple hull reinforcements. You may not need two. You may only need one, but I did put a couple on because this build is shieldless, so it takes damage from the scythes, and you don't want your ship getting blown up before you get your passengers delivered, right? So I do have a couple of those. You do not need, it doesn't matter either way, you do not need the anti-guardian zone resistance on any hull. I accidentally put this on here. Sorry, commanders. And then, of course, you can use your docking computer or not. Now, when you pick up the passengers, some of them are going to be, wanted. There doesn't seem to be any security at the drop point, and we'll get to that. The drop point is Cornwallis, rescue ship Cornwallis. It's over in V886 Centauri. We're going to go there today, but first we got to pick up. That's right, we got to pick up some passengers that we can get out of here. It's pretty easy. I'll show you right now how you do it. You go to your mission board. Also, commanders, if I didn't mention this already, make sure you do this in solo. There's so many people doing this stuff that you will never get it done if you try to do it in open or even a private group. In some cases, just go solo on this, okay? You'll get it done much faster. You'll be a much happier person. You won't have to wait like hours for a pad and all that stuff. So you go on the mission board, you go to passenger lounge, and then you go to group transportation. Okay, so this is where you pick stuff. Now, you may not get as many at first, but over time you should be able to collect more and more. Now, if you use the passenger cabins, the nice thing about it is you can press this little autofill. It'll fill it right up, and you accept it. Then you just go get another one. Now, you can pick and choose these if you want. If you have enough racks, passenger cabins, you don't have to worry about that. Just pick them all. I usually do that just out of habit of just, because I used to, when I needed stuff. So, like, I always pick, like, the ones with materials because materials are so important nowadays. And so we're just going to do that, and we're just going to load up all the ones with materials. Now, I may or may not be able to carry those materials, but we'll just pretend like I might need them, and you might need them. Also, you want to, if you get a chance, you might want to pick some with reputation, because the better your reputation,
Commander,
the better
we just
evacuation.
received a new mission objective. Our job is to find the nearest space diner and order the biggest plate of space nachos they have.
Sorry, commanders. Anyway, yeah, the bigger the reputation, the better missions you'll get. So just keep that in mind going forward. Once you get reputation with everybody, you'll be set. You'll be fine. And then go ahead and pick a cabin. I know this takes a little bit, but it's necessary evil. You got to do this to get to the stuff.
Better keep an eye on that sketchy bunch you just accepted. Seems they are wanted.
Now, she's warning me that that's a wanted group of refugees I just picked up. Don't worry about that, because there doesn't seem to be any security at the Cornwallis rescue ship. So don't worry about that. That's not a thing. Okay, it's a thing when you're in regular times, but this is we're actually evacuating people from Seoul that want to be evacuated, and we're going to go ahead.
Better keep an eye on that sketchy bunch you just accepted. Seems they are wanted.
Yeah, so that's going to happen, especially if you're using ED Copilot like I am today. So, yeah, she's very chatty today. All right, because she's in town. So now we're running out of material ones, the ones that I really want. Now I'm just going to go through the list, pick the other ones, because it'll probably, I'll have more cabins than I do missions. So at least for now, until I get the rep that I need to get up higher, okay? To get more missions, to get better missions. Sorry, I was gonna say more better, but then I was like, no, that's not right. So yeah, this is the toughest part, and I'm sure a lot of you commanders can do this a heck of a lot faster than I can. So, you know, if that's your thing, you know, do it as quick as you can. Get them picked up, and then you're out of here. They're all going to the same place, so don't worry about don't worry about
Keep
where they're
an eye on
going.
that lot, Commander. Looks like we just took on wanted passengers with that last mission.
I know. I do that. We're just rescuing everybody. We're not discriminating. We're taking them all. We need them all out of here because we need to get this place cleared out before the Thargoids come, if they come. Now, every time you do this, it helps the alert system to failure. If we get the alert system to failure, it's an automatic should defeat any invasion, which is good. That may have the Thargoid may direct at that point and go to another system, but it'll take another week. So, and I don't know if the Thargoid mothership, if she's going to jump around or if she's going to stay there. Okay, so it looks like we're done here. So we've got everything loaded up. I don't know that she's going to jump around from system to system. It takes her a lot of time because she can only travel by SCO drive. SCO technology. So she has that same technology. That's how they actually got here. It took them like a year to get here from wherever they left from. So now we have all the passengers, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take off. We're going to go ahead and we're going to line up our missions. So we can go to transactions and you can pick any one of these. It doesn't matter. And you can basically go choose it on the map. It'll show you where Cornwallis is. So you can pick on that and then it'll then you can go to the system map. If you haven't been there before, you have to go to the system, get a scan, do your thing, turn in the cartographic data at your first chance you get, so it doesn't. If you do get killed, you won't lose the data. Go ahead and target.
Setting course for V886 Centauri. We will reach our destination in 2 jumps.
So go ahead and then select the Cornwallis. So you just go right to it, and I'll get where. Here we go, Commander. This is where it gets a little dicey. So let's get out of here. We're gonna take off and go get it going. So here we go, Commanders. We are out of here. Gone. We are gone. Daedalus is the closest system to the nav beacon, so that's probably the one you want to go to. If you go into open or a private group, a lot of times there's like tons and tons of ships all over the place, and you have to dodge them to get out and all that. See, we're kind of getting a smooth exit right now, so that's good. I'm not going to wait. We're going to keep going. We're going to get out of here. We need to get out of here. I haven't had any trouble with speeding or anything like that. I have had some trouble with me running into the side of the station. That's just, you know.
Advise, traffic restrictions are in place. Maintain safe separation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I got illegal passengers all over the place. So you don't really want to get scanned. So you just kind of want to get out of mass lock and take off, Commander, then get rolling. You're going to go ahead. You're going to get pulled over. Right when we get out of here, the scythes, up to 2 I've seen so far. 2 scythes will pull you over.
Jumping to trade pin.
And then you can, you're going to have to deal with it, Commander, so be prepared. And I'll tell you what to do. First of all, you're going to get pulled over. I have never not gotten pulled over yet, so there it is. You want to stay full throttle, Commanders. You cannot submit to this. You're going to submit anyway. The second that this thing drops, start hitting your boost.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not again.
So start hitting your boost.
We've got another
Get your
Thargoid
ship
incoming.
going. Now you can launch your ACM. I think. Or maybe not. There we go. My point
Commander,
defense
we
is
have
doing
active
its
missions
job.
that will expire in the next 60 minutes.
Oh, is that why I won't do it? There we go. It's firing now. Sorry, I was in the wrong mode, commanders. So let that ECM fire, let it reload, and then fire it again. What'll happen is if the ECM disturbs them, then they won't be able to shut down your FST drive. If your FST drive gets shut down, you're done. It's done. You gotta wait for it to recharge. Once the down on the right, once the FST cooldown is done, you can go ahead and hit your jump button, whatever your jump button is. Oh, the drives have been disabled, so we're waiting for that to come back up. Yeah, it's rebooting. They reboot your FSD on you. Okay, so once you get past that, just keep boosting this whole time. Don't never stop. Make sure you got full pips to engines, and run. You're gonna run. This is a run ship. This is a runner. Most of my friends were shocked when I started shooting the Thargoid. I started shooting the sides earlier. They're like, "What are you doing?" Well, you know, they looked at me funny. I didn't like it. And I was in an Anaconda. I was shooting them, and it still worked. They were happy. They tried to steal my passengers. And if you screw around in there, if you mess around and you don't, you don't start boosting right away, then you're going to get. Eventually, they'll shoot these things and start hatch breaking you. Now, if you get hatch broke, then you are going to lose some of your passengers. I mean, depending on how long. You don't want to mess around waiting. Just keep going, Commander. Just keep going. That was accident. All right, we're getting out of here. We're heading over to V886 Centauri. This is where we need to drop our passengers, and then we will be a happy bunch of campers, right? That I think I'm going to be happy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be happy.
Centauri.
And once we get done with this, you just need to, rinse and repeat as many times as you can, commanders. Because if we get that percentage up, then we're going to defeat the alert, and hopefully that's what happens. I can't guarantee that's what's going to happen. I can't guarantee that everybody wants that to happen.
Commander,
I just know
we have arrived at the requested location.
Because I've been in the Thargoid War so long, and that was kind of my job.
We were last in this system 26 minutes ago.
Was to
this is our 11th time in this system.
Chase
but
Orthrus in alerts.
We just passed straight through.
That I know how that works.
This is a good candidate system for high-grade emissions. We may find proto-heat radiators, proto-light alloys, or proto-radiolic alloys here.
She's got a lot to tell me, and you can get materials here too if you're just. But not with this ship, because this ship doesn't have any, doesn't have a limpet controller or a working cargo rack that can pick up limpets. So that's where you're at, right? This thing's got one job. Salvor here's got one job, and that's to rescue humans from Sol to try and thwart the Thargoid alert system so that the Thargoid mothership is out of luck and can't come in here and do mean things to us, right? Because that's really going to jack up Sol. If she's allowed to invade, the Sol is going to be basically useless because it will be owned by the Thargoids, and everything will be caustic all over the place. They'll start attacking all the stations. It's going to be a challenge if we get that far. Hopefully not. This will not be like Shinrarta. That invasion was much simpler, and it was all just automatic. That's what I thought they were going to do this time. But the actual mothership jumped out. She's heading this direction. Doesn't necessarily mean she'll be coming here into Sol, but she's heading that direction. So she might. We'll see what happens. If she sits down, then we're going to have to deal with her. The likelihood of her sitting down at Saturn's pretty high because there's ammonia there. I don't know how much ammonia these Thargoids need to actually park it somewhere. So I've never really investigated that. So now you get here, just go ahead and get closer to Rescue ship. The reason I know there's no security is because I've been using auto dock,
Clear to land at
and
pad
it's been
number
fine.
6.
I have
Skipper.
not gotten any fines or anything like that. This is really not, in my opinion, this isn't really about the money or the materials. This is about saving humanity. So whatever the cost is, it's not costing me anything. I am making enough money to cover my costs of travel and flight and other things. And yeah, so we just let. The nice thing about the T8 too is it's a medium pad, so it'll sit on a medium pad. But I highly recommend that you do this in solo, so that you don't get in any trouble with that. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Let's sit her down.
We have docked
now
at
we'll go
rescue
ahead.
ship Cornwallis.
We'll go ahead and get rid of these passengers. So if we go into Starport Services, you will see that we have a mission board with a check, which is good. Passenger lounge. We're going to go to completed missions, and then we basically just need to go through all of these and take whatever we got to take. Take what you need. Leave the rest. Okay, and there's that. And then we go back and we do it again. This is the fastest way, Commanders. I'm sorry, there's no other faster way than this, but you have to go through this process, and then you're pretty much ready to go. And then you're ready to go back to Seoul again, over and over. See, I like materials, Commanders, so I will take those. So we're just going through, and anything that I can collect, I will collect.
We just hit 86.4% full on hybrid capacitors.
Exactly, is what I'm trying to say, right? So we just keep doing that. Like I said, some of you Commanders can probably do this much faster than I can. So God bless you. Knock yourselves out. You'll be fine. It'll be great. And then, yeah, you just go through all this. And then bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. You get all your materials, whatever you need. You wanna try to make the process as streamlined as possible. This is like literally my third time doing this, so I'm a little bit weak. Now you want to take those reputations if you can, because those will help you get better missions. And the influence ones I don't really care about too much, because I'm not really trying to change the power structure in the system. I'm just trying to get myself better stuff. So yeah, so the influence is for a different gig. Okay, a reputation. If that's all you got is influence, then just take the influence. If not, just keep on a trucking. Get your reputations. I don't need money either. So if you need money, obviously take money. I don't need money. I've got plenty of that. Oops. And then we've got, but like I said, I'm just trying to, yep, I just got repped with somebody. Now I should get, over time, I will get better and better missions. So I'll take the cash on that one because I don't care about the influence. Influence is for a different gig. Like I said, we're not doing that gig today. We're doing rescuing humans today. So we're gonna keep rescuing them. We're almost through this. Almost through this. There's a reputation one. We'll take it. Now there's several different groups in that system. So the better reputation you have with all of them, the better stuff the better missions you're gonna retrieve from them. Okay. There you go. All right, Commanders. That's all I got. Take care of yourselves. 07. Fly safe.